You ever had one of those moments where life just doesn't make sense? Like no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, things stay confusing, and the more you search for answers, the more lost you feel. Yeah, that feeling. That's what they call Kafkaesque. Now I know, the word sounds fancy, like something from a university lecture, but trust me, the meaning is way more personal than you think. Kafkaesque is when life turns into a strange, endless nightmare. Not the kind where monsters chase you, the kind where you're awake, everything looks normal, but nothing makes sense. You're stuck, powerless, trapped in a situation where you can't win, and no one, not even you, understands why. This whole idea comes from a writer called Franz Kafka. Franz Kafka wasn't a celebrity. He wasn't famous. He wasn't even understood. He worked a boring day job as an insurance clerk, sat behind a desk, filed reports, just another face in the crowd. But behind that quiet face, a mind that saw the world for what it really is, absurd, cold, and brutally indifferent. His stories were strange. One day you wake up and you've turned into a giant insect. Another day, you're trapped inside a trial, but no one tells you what you're accused of. The more you fight, the deeper you sink. Here's the crazy part. Kafka died before he ever saw a single drop of success. He even begged his friend to burn all his writings after he was gone. But he didn't listen. And thank God he didn't. Because now, almost a century later, Kafka's words make more sense than ever. Our world today is flooded with the same themes. Bureaucracy that eats your soul. Endless waiting. Jobs that numb you. Systems too big to fight, too complex to understand. It's the exact same world Kafka described, only now it's dressed in modern clothes. Corporate offices, online forms, government hotlines. You do everything right and still life replies, error 404. And the more you try to control it, the more powerless you feel. That, my friend, is the Kafkaesque experience. But let me break it down for you, because Kafkaesque isn't just about books. It's a psychological experience. It's something almost all of us feel, especially in the modern world. It starts with loss of control. Your brain is wired to make sense of the world. It wants clear rules, clear choices, and clear outcomes. But when life turns Kafkaesque, nothing is clear. You can't control the outcome. Your decisions feel useless, and slowly, you stop trusting yourself. Then comes absurdity. Ever had a day where you thought, why is this happening to me? This makes zero sense. That's absurdity. Your mind is begging for meaning, but the world stays silent. And that silence drives you mad, because deep down, we all want to believe that everything happens for a reason. Next, isolation creeps in. In Kafka's world, even when people are surrounded by others, they feel alone, because no one actually listens, no one actually cares. And the more alone you feel, the heavier the fear becomes. And finally, there's the real killer, the system. Whether it's government, your job, relationships, or society, you start feeling like you're stuck inside a giant machine, one that's too big to fight, too confusing to understand, and no one, not your boss, not your friends, not even the person at the other end of the phone, seems to have the power to fix anything. That's the Kafkaesque. You're trapped in a world built by people, but controlled by nothing, just empty rules. And the more you resist, the more the system tightens its grip. Now here's the crazy part. You don't need to read a Kafka story to experience this. You've already felt it. You feel it when you're stuck on hold for hours, listening to some robot tell you, your call is important to us. You feel it when you apply for jobs and never hear back. You feel it when relationships turn cold and no one tells you why. You feel it when life keeps throwing the same problems at you, even when you've done everything right. That's Kafka's world. That's the psychological trap. But the real question is, what if this is life's true face? What if the rules don't make sense because the world itself doesn't follow any? That's the deepest layer of the Kafkaesque. It's not about the government, it's not about your boss, it's not about your bad luck. It's about realizing sometimes there is no meaning, sometimes there is no fairness. Sometimes you are just stuck in the middle of a silent, absurd universe, and all the shouting in the world won't change it. But here's the thing. Once you see it, once you know the game is rigged, something changes. You stop waiting for answers. You stop begging for fairness. You start building your own meaning, your own path, your own peace. Because the scariest part of the Kafkaesque isn't the system. It's the part of your mind that believed the system would save you. So next time life feels cold, confusing, and unfair, ask yourself, am I trapped, or did I just expect the world to make sense when it never really did? Sometimes freedom starts with accepting the chaos. And that, my friend, is the real meaning behind Kafkaesque. Not just a strange word, but a mirror to how helpless, confused, and isolated we all feel in a world that never explains itself.